Hello everyone, my name is Ray, R-A-Y, Ray, and this will be one of my first ASMR videos after after a really long while. I know I said that, I plan to go on like a little marathon and make a lot of videos to make up for lost time, but I never found the time to do it. Like at the moment when I posted the community post, I had the time, but when I actually wanted to do it, I didn't have the time. I don't know why. I wanted to re-update you guys, but I felt like I was afraid that maybe you guys would be like, ugh, why is she doing that? Like, we don't we don't need to know. Just do you. Like, I don't know. So I just kind of like disappeared again for maybe a month, a few weeks. I think I don't remember though. I don't remember when my last post was. I don't even remember what my last post was. Oh, my last post was of Simon Ghost Riley, but doing ASMR, no talking, because if I try to talk while pretending to be someone like him, it would sound really funny. And honestly, I don't think it would fit the theme or anything. I think it would be better-ish if I was a man or a guy and then I was doing it, because at least I would sound like a guy. But I don't, and I don't think my voice is the manliest voice out there. Like I've heard some people, some girls with like really like manly deep voices, and I think they are so cool, because whenever I listen to them, I'm like, whoa, how did you get your voice like that? I'm like, of course I did. I don't like ask. I say it internally, because like really I think they sound really cool. They sound really chill. They sound like the type of people who would be willing to help you, like let's say you're being chased by a stalker. Like they would be the type of people that would help you and be like, oh, let me help you, and then they would pretend to be like your family member or your friend. Like they sound super chill. And then like basically everyone, regardless of voice, I'm sure they're chill, but I'm just saying that my first instinct, like my first thought when hearing someone talk with a low, like smooth voice, my first thought is that, whoa, they're really chill. Back to the topic, I would like to talk about some things I did while I was gone, and the reasoning for why I was gone. So, first of all, I want to catch up on some holidays, like Happy Valentine's, Happy Chinese New Year, Happy Lunar New Year, 新年快乐, 恭喜发财. I'm sorry if I sound fake. I promise I also celebrate Chinese New Year, but I don't really use 新年快乐. I use 恭喜发财 with my family, or kyonghi, just like that. And then we get ang pao, the red envelopes. And honest, I got pretty good. I got pretty good. I mean, but of course, in like families like that where you celebrate Chinese New Year and then you get the ang pao from like saying, like Auntie Kyung-hee, like as you age, that number of money you get at the end will progressively decrease, because they think like, oh, as you get older, you don't really need it. So basically, when you're young, people will, like in my family at least, will take the opportunity to take their younger kids to like big family gatherings, and then they'll be taught to say like, oh, when you see anyone, say Kyung-hee and then put your hands like this. Like my little sisters, they've been told to say that. I have to take a deep breath because I was talking too quickly and too loudly, and I forgot that this is an ASMR video and I'm not really supposed to be loud. Sorry about that. So yeah, but sometimes if you're at like the right age range, like a young teenager or like a tween, basically like maybe around the ages like 10 or like 14, let's say, or maybe like 13, just like younger but not quite, like you're not a kid anymore but you're also not really a teenager. That's like when I get the most money, at least, because they think like, oh, you're not a kid anymore, you're old enough to understand and manage your own money, but like I'm not a teen yet, so like I still need money. I don't know, but basically I think that's what it is. If you get to like at least a tween or a teenager or like a younger teenager, they would think like, oh, you're old enough to understand money and to manage your own money now without having your parents, because like when you're younger, your parents would say like, oh, give the ang pao to mama, I'll keep it for you, I'll give it back to you when you're older. I feel like everyone has experienced that though, like people who celebrate Chinese New Year. Oh no. And then besides that, on Valentine's Day here was on Friday, I think. It was on Friday, I think, and I got chocolates from my friends. I got chocolates from my friends. I got some with like cashews in the chocolate, and then I also got like regular milk chocolate, and then I got my friends like Lego flowers. I would show you, but I already gave the flowers to them. And when I give people gifts, like I try to make it as personal as possible. Like if you tell me like, oh yeah, just get me whatever. Like if I ask you, oh, what do you want for your birthday? What do you want for Christmas? If someone says like, oh, just get me whatever you think I'd like, I can't do that because I like, in my family, in my mom's side of the family at least, people usually give out gifts that are useful, like tactical. They usually give out gifts that are useful, like maybe clothes, maybe even a new charger if they know you needed one, like a place to storage your stuff, a notebook if you like to draw or like write down things, or a bag. They give you things that are useful. Whereas like some people would give stuff to people that aren't really useful but are more for like decoration or just for like happiness. Like let's say for example like maybe a stuffed animal. Like that's cute, but it's not really useful to, like, it's not useful in society. Like not everyone in society could agree like, yeah, that's useful. Whereas like maybe if you got them like clothes, society would be like, oh yeah, that's really useful, we wear clothes every day. Speaking of clothes and personalized gifts, this shirt, Slipknot, it's so cute. Oh wait, yeah, this shirt is from my mom. Like we went out of town for Chinese New Year because my school had like a break for that, and so did my dad have like a few days off work, and also because his boss was like going out somewhere, so we had free time. So we went out of town, we looked around in the markets and stuff. I saw a Slipknot shirt there. Like the price, like for the price, the quality and the fabric was no. I know that some people are trying to like make a living out of doing this, but but like as a buyer, as a consumer, I wouldn't buy that, because like the fabric was like rough, and it was like it was like you could get it much cheaper online and for like better fabric quality, and then the picture, the image of the slip of the band, like the image of it was also like visibly faded at the ends. Like I know that you can't really expect the best quality from these market or like these vendors, but still, like for like I'm not rich, like I'm not very rich, like I have money, yeah, but like not enough to like spend on stuff like that. So I ended up not, because like I saw this shirt and I was like, Mom, I get that shirt? Can we at least like ask first like how much it costs and stuff? And then we found out like, oh, it cost like more than it should, and you could get it for like way cheaper online and maybe even better online, quality and price wise. I was about to say range, but I don't think that's right. So then like a few days later, after we like already got home, we went to my grandma's house. We stayed there like usual because she lives alone, not really alone, but like we come there to accompany her. And I was sleeping, and then when I woke up, my mom told me like, hey, I have a surprise for you. And I was like, oh, what is it? And then she was like, I bought a shirt for you. Oh, what is it? And then she said, I saw when I was scrolling, my mom said, when I was scrolling on TikTok, I saw this person's live go by, and it was them selling like the product that was being shown was a Slipknot shirt. And then my thought, like as in my mom's thought, was like, oh wow, my kid wanted to buy a Slipknot shirt when we were out of town, but they couldn't because the price and the quality and the image weren't very right. So I'm going to buy this for her instead. She knows that like with clothes I prefer darker colors because I don't think, like, my skin is pretty dark. Like it's pretty tan. Like it's not very like visibly tan because I think my camera is like cool tone or something. Because when I take pictures with my friend, and compared on my friend's phone and this phone, my phone is way more cool tone. It's like cool tone. I am a cool tone though, I think. So this is like my skin. It's pretty dark, I think. Like I promise, I used to be white. I used to be white. Like I'm not trying to be like offensive or anything, but where I am, like it's better like to be white. Like to have light skin, I mean. Like where I am, it's like it's better to have lighter skin, and people usually want that. Where was I? Oh, so she knew that I liked like darker clothes, so she got me the black one. There was like the white one, the blue one, I think, and like other colors, but she got me the black one because she knows I like it. And then when it came, this is what came in, and I really liked it. And I've been wearing this shirt over and over again ever since. So, like, basically, it's the thought that counts. That's one thing. The second thing is that, like, I love it when parents, like, pay attention to their kids' interest and then, like, make an effort to make the kid happy via getting something related to their interests. Like this, for example, I really like that. I really like when parents do that. And then I got flowers for my friends on Valentine's, and I like personalized gifts. So I spent a really long time trying to find like Lego flowers that had the flowers I thought matched them and within the price range that I could be able to pay, because I don't have a job. I don't have a job. I can't really pay for anything too expensive. So I like searched and searched. I found some flowers, and then the way I pick out the flower for my friends individually is by narrowing it down by color, because like, let's say one of my friends' favorite colors is blue, for example. So I will narrow it down to just the blue flowers. And I remember that in the selection there was only the blue hydrangea, the blue hydrangea, and forget-me-nots, which are usually blue, I think. There was the hydrangea and the forget-me-nots. So I googled their meanings, and hydrangeas like symbolize, blue hydrangeas symbolize like forgiveness or regret or something like that. And I was like, oh no, I'm not gonna get that, because it doesn't really match her, like my friend, or how I feel about her. So I ended up getting her the forget-me-nots, because forget-me-nots symbolize like fidelity, remembrance, and stuff like that. So I got that for her instead. And then I got I think I got an annular for my mom. I got the hydrangea for my grandma, because like, I don't know, like I feel like, I don't know, wait, did I got her a hydrangea because it means like forgiveness and regret, because like as a child I was a little bit bratty. Like, not really, like I wasn't as bad as like some other children, but I could like be a little bratty sometimes. So that's why I got her that. Like, I want her to forgive me. Like, I regret being bratty to her. And if you can hear any background noise like music, that is my grandma playing music through the speakers downstairs. And I got my mom an annular, which has one of the meanings is to like the desire to remember someone or to not forget someone. And then I got my other friend a pink camellia. I got my friend one of my friends a pink camellia, which means like admiration, longing, stuff like that. The longing in my context is that like we don't hang out much because we're usually not able to, and like I just want to hang out with her one day, like again. And then I got my other friend like purple flowers. I forgot what they're called though. Wait. Purple flowers. Oh no. I forget what they're called, but they were purple, and then they have like the meaning like elegance, royalty, trust, stuff like that. I forgot what they're called though. Purple freesias. I got her purple freesias. I only have like 3 friends. Technically 4, but like I don't really talk to him as much as I do to my like three main friends. It's like having a team in a game with the characters, and then like that one extra character that you only use when one of your 3 characters are dead. That's a bad comparison. I didn't mean it. But from that guy, from him, like my guy friend, one of my closest guy friends, he got me chocolate and like a Beauty. Do you guys know Beauty and the Beast, where they have like the rose in the jar, the rose in the glass thing? He got me that, but like the mini version, because I don't think you would expect a teenager to get like something this big. It was like this big maybe. Like I'm not too sure though. I forgot. It's not with me right now. But it was blue because he knows I like blue. because if you were to get green, I don't think they have green roses, and if it was green, it would match the stem. So he got me blue because he knows I like blue, and inside the glass thing, there were like lights, like LED lights, like circling the inside, so when you can turn it on, and it looks really pretty, and I really like it. He got me like 3 chocolates. So he told me like, oh, like these are for you, but if you want to share with your sisters, then that's okay too. So then I shared them with my sisters. So I got one, and my sisters got one each. So, and then, for Chinese New Year, we went, like, I went on a jeep ride, and I was screaming in fear because we went through like a river, and then there's like a lot of mud, and I don't really like getting dirty, which might not be the best thing for someone who was going to go on a jeep ride, but that's okay. We went kayaking twice. We went kayaking in like a small pool area, like in a it was like really pretty. It was like a natural area, natural-ish. Like, there was still like some human influence, of course, because it's like a restaurant as well. You can hang out by the river. There's like a flying fox thing. I went on that like 4 times. I really like flying foxes because of like the adrenaline. Not really the adrenaline. I really like the breeze, and I like looking down on everything. It looks really fun. And we went kayaking twice. The second time was at an actual ocean. We rented a kayak. It was really cheap actually, and we could use it for as long as we were there. So yeah, we rented a kayak, and then I went with my sister. We went like really far out to sea. Like, let's say this is the border. This is the border. So like me and my sister were like here, like behind the border basically. Then my parents were like all the way back here. So like my mom even like got someone like, hey, can you tell my kid over there? She's the one wearing the hat. Like, can you tell her to come back, please? And then like there was like this older lady. She was really good at kayaking. She was like, I don't know, she was really good at like rowing the thing. Like, I was good-ish, like with a little bit of practice, but I didn't have like as much like chillness as like she did. So like the reason I went closer to the border was because I wanted to feel the waves, and I really liked feeling the waves. And then like at some point, of course, I had to go back, but then like maybe day or like 2 days, no, like a day after, like when we got home, which was like 2 days after, my mom saw on her TikTok feed that in that very same ocean, like a day after we were there, like let's say hypothetically, I forget though, like let's say hypothetically we were there on Monday, there was something that happened on Tuesday. So that something was that there was a rip current in the water. A rip current is where like this is the shore. So usually the waves go like just like this, right? So a rip current is when the waves go inward, and then like they leave like a little middle area where there weren't any waves. So rip current is usually what fishermen use to like get out to sea easier, because rip current, if you're in the middle here, it will keep pushing you out farther out to sea. Whereas like if you were to stand in the middle bit here, you would be pushed out to sea. But if you were to stand in this area, like where the wave is like coming back, you would be safe, you would be fine. So but like in the middle here, the deepness of the water could get to like 10 or 15 meters. And my mom was so scared. She was like, oh, thank goodness we are safe. Like, thank goodness that wasn't you. And I was like, yeah, because like there was some people who went on a field trip, and then I think like 9 people were saved, but I think one person died. I think. I think one person died. So like now I'm kind of scared to do that again. So I probably won't be either won't be kayaking again, or I won't be like going too far at sea like that again. And I would stay like at the sides, because the middle is where you want to avoid, because the middle is where like the fishermen would go to get pushed out to sea, whereas like the sides are fine. So I would stay at the sides first of all, and then I would like try to stay close to shore while still having fun. But the scenery was really pretty. It was like, I at first I never understood people who liked going canoeing or kayaking or surfing at sea, but after I saw like the view, it was just so beautiful. I've only ever seen views like that on National Geographic Wild specifically, because I really liked watching that Geo Wild and Animal Planet. And oh, I forgot. Oh, I was going to talk about why I was away. Okay, so first, for the first little disappearance of me, before the Simon Riley video, I I competed. I competed in a English contest, an English presentation contest. So first uh, we competed with like the other people in the area, and then we won second place. There would be three winners from one like area, like first, second, and third. Only the first and second would go to the next round, where it was nationals next. And then I was like, oh my god, that is terrifying. And then, but the issue was that like, sure, we won the first round, but I think it's only because even our teacher told us, oh, you guys have to make the PowerPoint really professional and really simple, okay? And they were like, okay, even though we kind of wanted to make it like colorful and stuff, we almost went with like a pink coquette PowerPoint, but because it's cute. But then our teacher said like, no, you have to keep it simple, have to keep it neutral colors. And I was like, okay, fine. So then we did that, and like, even if the PowerPoint itself was really boring, like it seems like a half-efforted PowerPoint a student would do like the night before they were supposed to present it. But we tried to keep ourselves like more expressive and more like trying to get the point across, because the theme of it was like, you could pick one of 3 themes. There was like how bullying affects mental health, how to manage screen time, and social media etiquette. So we chose the how bullying destroys mental health, because we can't talk about screen time. We also have a lot of screen time. Social media etiquette. We think social media etiquette is like pretty easy. It's like, oh, don't say offensive things. Like basically, the summary of it, just don't say anything offensive, basically, and be respectful, and don't try to start arguments online, because people will fight for what they believe in. So yeah, and then we lost the nationals, but that's okay, because the competition was really, really good. A lot of them were, at least. And like, first of all, their PowerPoints were colorful. After our teacher told us that no, we can't have colorful PowerPoints, so then yeah, that happened, and a lot of things happened. It took a really long time for us to get our certificates, because that is like something held by the Ministry of Education, I think it's called. Basically, like, you can get a certificate and then you can use that certificate as like a sort of scholarship to get into high school, and like, or like a better high school, or like basically you can use it as what's it called, you can use it as like educational success. I don't know, like, you know when people get like sports scholarships, like that is, I don't know, oh no. Okay, I see on the time that I have talked here. I have yapped. I've yapped for like 30 minutes. So 31. Okay, I think I'm going to stop now because I've talked way too much in one video, and I think this is a little bit too long. So I'm going to stop now, and I will get another video up after this one. So while I upload this video, I will be recording another video because this time I'm really pumped up and I have like a lot of motivation in me. So thank you so much for listening, and if you made it to the end, props to you. Wow, I didn't think that you could make it to the end. But thank you so much for just even clicking on the video in the first place. Thank you so much. I love you guys so much. Bye!